Blue people until the end of time. Right, look, I've got to preface this entire segment with I know people love it. I know people float themselves over it. I know they make lots of money. You're wrong. I don't care. They're shit. Okay.
I'm in complete agreement, Nate. Complete agreement.
Like I'm not having. It's not even up for debate. They are shit movies, and you're
I'm
wrong
not.
if you like them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
But I understand
Uh,
that they make loads of money.
yeah, a
Okay,
lot
so
of
does
people like them.
McDonald's, and McDonald's is shit as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, McDonald's is a $1 billion empire and is utter shit. So don't tell me that this is good because it's not. Okay, you can enjoy it as a guilty pleasure, but they're shit. And James Cameron has now come out and been like, guys, this movie's going to be the longest one ever.
Yay!
Yay!
I didn't even watch the last one. I won't watch this one. Like after the first one, I was out.
It's bad.
Yeah.
This is going to be bad. So, what's all this about, right? James Cameron is at it again, confirming that Avatar: Fire and Ash will have an even longer runtime than The Way of Water, which already pushed past the 3-hour mark. While some filmmakers prioritize keeping audiences engaged, Cameron appears more interested in testing just how long people are willing to sit in a theater. I remember watching The Way of Water, and I was like, mate, I'm bursting for a piss. Bursting for a piss.
Yeah, they're testing bladders. That's what they're testing.
Let's get that bloody pelvic floor.
I wouldn't have been able to sit through it. I would have been like, man, screw this movie. I would have got up and walked out. I know I would have.
They're just not. Anyway, so in an interview with Empire, Cameron explained that The Way of Water had too many great ideas crammed into its opening act, forcing them to shift parts of the story into the next film. Oh, let me tell you this, James, mate.
All right.
You are making the most derivative, generic shit with Avatar that I have ever seen. I'm glad they make you loads of money. You're still a weird leftoid simp cunt. Sorry, twat. Excuse the language there. And enjoy your New Zealand citizenship, I guess, because you're apparently crying that Trump's in power. But these movies are crap, so go home to New Zealand. In a nutshell, we had too many great ideas packed into Act 1 of movie 2. Cameron said somehow managing to avoid straining his shoulder from patting himself on the back with such gusto. Yep. The film was moving like a bullet train and we weren't drilling down enough on character. So I said, guys, we've got to split it. If your movie can just like remove parts of it and put it into the next movie, those things that you removed were not important. Like,
I agree.
They're not.
Sure.
They weren't important. Like no. They weren't important. Why even have them? So Fire and Ash will now exceed Avatar: The Way of Water, which had 192 minutes. And that's it. You know, Avatar's box office success with diminishing returns. So basically, The Way of Water fell short of the first Avatar's record-breaking numbers. While still a financial success at $2.3 billion worldwide, it failed to surpass the original's $2.9 billion haul for a franchise meant to build momentum. This isn't a great trend. That's true. Also, you got to account for inflation as well. So account it for inflation. It's not actually that good. It has gone down. Typically, sequels, especially ones with this level of hype and budget, are expected to outdo their predecessors. Not to mention that when the original Avatar came out in 2009, the average movie ticket was $7.50, and then obviously 15 years later, it was $10.53. Again, inflation, but it just goes to show, like, yeah, this is pretty major, to be honest. Less people watched it, basically. Less people in the States watched it. The original earned $785 million, again, back when it first came out. So adjust it for inflation, it's much higher. And this current movie took 684 million, which if you were to convert it back I mean, again, adjust it for inflation. This is bad. So there you go. I don't have much else to say. Avatar films suck. I know you guys. I know some people like them, but you're wrong because they're crap. You have to. You don't have to admit they're crap, but they are crap films. Just the same way McDonald's is shit food. Sure, it can sell a lot. It's got a good taste. There you go. I don't have much else to say to this. What do you culture? Are you going to sit down for 3.5 hours to
No.
late these?
No.
Men?
And no. Now, this is the kind of movie I wait for it to come out on streaming and then I ignore it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I still haven't watched the last one, and I never will.
I bought the first film in 3D because I have a couple of 3D televisions that still work.
Yeah.
And by the time I'd watched it like the second time through at home, I was like, okay, this is worn off of me. This was a novelty.
Yeah.
You know, and so when we get to the second one, and I'm like, this is a decade too late. Why is this out now? Who cares? You know, and I don't care that Disney owns it. I don't care. There's a whole lot of I don't care involved with these movies. So I kind of have the same opinion as you, just a little more nuanced, because I'll go back and watch Fern Gully or, Dances with Wolves or the animated Pocahontas or something like that. I didn't want to confuse that with Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. I just wanted to be clear there. And I mean, there's 100 different movies that do this exact same thing the exact same way. And I don't need more climate crisis bologna sausage, because that story is finally falling apart with thinking people.
Yep.
So I don't need another anecdote for that craptasticness. So I'm just done. I don't, you know what? Fire and ash, burn the whole film. Just get rid of it. Set it on fire. I would
So
watch.
What you're saying is you won't be going to watch this.
No.
What if I ask you to?
You know what? My response to those kinds of things
is this going to be the one movie that you veto?
This will be the one that I will say, eat a bag of dicks.
Can I? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hold my pee for 3 hours.
All right.
And look, if I had to, where would I go to the bathroom? If I had to go to the bathroom during the movie, I would miss the one scene.
One of the popcorn buckets
that was worth it.
Exactly. Maybe they'll do a special popcorn bucket that will be one of these blue
urine tub
douche canoes face, and you can piss in their head.
Yeah.
Nah, because then you're gonna get in trouble. I have a feeling that's like you're gonna get nailed. Don't try not to make the sound. You know what happens when you pee into an empty bucket? It's like
then just leave around popcorn.
There's no.
Not
happening, bro. In fact, that's my favorite line. Not happening, bro. Not happening.
All right, fine. This is your one veto that you get to use. You know, there's only one a year, so you're going to use it on this. There's other things I can force you to watch. You know that,
dude,
right?
At least there's comedy value in that, like the Snow White bologna sausage. I'm gonna be laughing my butt off next week. Next Thursday, when I leave this show, it's gonna go see that movie. And when I get done,
and Snow White's less than 2 hours long.
Yeah, true. I'm good.
Dear Nick, come on, mate.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with you on these movies. I have zero interest. I watched the first one, saw it in 3D, saw it on a home theater in 3D, and then I'm just like, this movie's not good. Second one came out, tons of hype around it, and I did not care. Not one bit. Did not go see it. Still to this day, have not seen it. Like Culture said, came out on streaming. I ignored it. I don't have time to sit down for 3 hours and then they want me to go to the theater and see this one for 3.5, 4 hours, however long it's going to be. No. not for just. I would rather watch an accounting seminar for 3.5 hours than see this movie.
Yeah, it's just trash.
I
This is
don't
just straight
see the
trash.
appeal. Like, I know a lot of people like these movies, and this is one of those things I
A lot,
don't understand.
a lot of people like McDonald's,
Yeah,
and now they've got high cholesterol.
yeah.
So, I'm just saying, a lot of people like this.
I
A
just
lot of
want to
people
know.
are retarded.
I just want to know where the representation is in these movies. It's all a bunch of blue or red people. I'm freaking.
This is true. Well, now we're getting fire people, aren't we? So maybe there's going to be some representation there. Maybe they're going to be in blackface because of the ash. Did anyone think about that?
Oh, you know what? That's true. So,
That is true.
they're gonna have trouble with that because isn't that kind of racist to call somebody ashy?
Yeah, I think
it?
it is. I think it is.
Hey, chat, is ashy a problem? Can you guys let us know?
Is that a non
Actually problematic.
PC term? I was talking to. So we did Sunday. We did a birthday stream for me on our channel.
Oh, that's right. You got old. I forgot about
Yeah, I
that.
did. Yeah, I got old on Sunday. And we were talking about how, do you remember back in the day when summer
Yes.
blockbusters were just like, there's like 4 or 5 movies, summer blockbuster hits coming out, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to see this, can't wait to see this. This movie's gonna be awesome. Now we might get one movie blockbuster or 2 in a whole entire year that we're real even interested in going and seeing. Movies just are not what they used to be anymore.
No, they're not.
They're,
They're not at all.
it's in a very, very bad state. I miss the old
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. I mean, the movie industry is terrible. It's just on its knees.
Yeah,
Absolute state of it all. But I mean, look, make no mistake, this movie will do well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's not going to do well. Like, I fully admit. Again, just the same way McDonald's does well. Doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's a Michelin star meal. Okay, it's still shit. So there you go. We've got some. We've got cancelled Disney Plus from Graph Web. Thank you so much.
Graph Web.
Shake from Hunger Teams. I can't. Sorry, he's checked out. He's not interested. Zombie Box says James Cameron has been in his gay little submarine. This is what he says. He's been in his gay little submarine for too long that he had a nervous breakdown and now he's obsessed with blue CGI dolphin people. It checks out, mate. It checks out.
Yeah, and James Cameron, the last good movie that he did that I enjoyed, I think, was True Lies.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, can either y'all name a James Cameron film that was actually really good that came out after True Lies?
No. Nah, I mean,
It was just a fun movie going experience and a good movie. I can't think of one.
No, I think he's done. I personally have been saying for a while, I think he's had it. So, but
I mean, I didn't even like Titanic. The only part I liked about that movie was watching the ship sink.
Did you not like the tits? You didn't like the tit scene?
Oh yeah. That was fine. But I completely forgot about that too.
You want me like one of your French girls?
Yeah. But I didn't even go see it in the theater. I just was waiting for it to come out to where I could watch it at home. And I literally just fast forwarded to the part where they hit the iceberg and watched the end of the movie. Literally, that's the only part I wanted to see.
Stuff there, mate. That's some sadistic stuff.
Well,
I just want to watch people die. Like, all right then, okay.
Well, I just wanted to see how well the whole ship sinking sequence was that he did, because that's a lot of the good stuff I heard about the movie. So I just wanted to see that, and so and I've always liked reading stuff on Titanic. I like some history stuff, especially like, tragic events and stuff like that. Like I actually got a Titanic VR game where you're actually on the boat in VR and you're like getting in a life raft and you like see the ship sinking and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So that was a cool experience, but yeah, that's and I can't remember, did Titanic come out before or after True Lies?
I can't remember, but just
After?
to clarify,
Okay, because it did really well too.
No, just to clarify, Tom, no one's ragging on Titanic. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Literally, no one is ragging on Titanic.
Yeah,
You're like,
I just
get over yourself.
Yeah,
Mate,
I just didn't care about the whole love thing. With
no one's ragging on Titanic. It's calm down, mate. We're not hurting your favorite film. Okay, calm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. Let's move on from this absolute drivel. That is James Cameron's shitty little blue people. We can't. God, Normal Man has super chatted. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says conspiracy theory. Cameron only made Avatar because he couldn't get the rights to an adult version of the Smurfs. It's just a theory, though.
That might be accurate.
Yeah.
No one's denying it. So
it's got to be true. If the internet says it,
it may check out. May check out. But anyway, move on from this crap.